Hello, hello. It is a lovely day today. So first of all, I will start by saying Happy New Year. I hope 2025 was good for you, and I hope 2026 will be even better. Right, what I was going to do was install the Skylight, the Mini Heki S Skylight that I've got. But as it turns out, there's actually more than one version of it, and I ordered the wrong one. So I'm glad I noticed before I cut a 40 centimetre hole in the roof of my van. So I've ordered the correct one, and I'm waiting for it to arrive. It should arrive today. In the meantime, however, I'm going to cut the wooden frame I need to go around it. The biggest issue I've got is the hole needs to be 40 by 40 centimetres or 400 mil, whatever your chosen measurement. But the distance between the roof supports in my van is 450 mil. So this wood being about 38 by about 60 or so, 60 something, it's too big. I can't make a roof backing plate that'll fit. So what I've had to do is I've had to painfully cut down the middle with a circular saw. This was a nightmare to cut straight. So I'll have two 25mm sections which can go between the van's rafters, roof supports, whatever you want to call them, and two full-size bits that can go lengthways down the van because space doesn't matter there. So yeah, that was fun. And I'm going to cut them to length and hopefully assemble the frame now using the chop saw. I had initially thought that this little mishap with the Skylight was going to throw me off schedule, because over Christmas and New Year I had planned on what to do and when to do it. But fortunately it is that time of year where everything is out of sync. You know, nobody really knows what's going on. You know, you wake up in the morning and you think, where am I? When am I? And then you have an existential crisis and think, why am I? So yeah. I'm actually a day behind to what I actually thought it was, so yeah, bonus. So here we are, it's the following day. The roof light did arrive, but arrived a bit later than expected. But yeah, I'm ready to start. Kerry modelling the obligatory T-shot. So as you can see, I've pre-cut the wood, and it fits over the bezel quite nicely with a little bit of wiggle room. That's perfect. I'm just going to go screw it together now. Just to ensure the frame is 100% equal. It'd be nice to do it with like a router or a bench cutter or something like that. But the closest thing I've got is a chop saw. So I'm hoping it'll come out square enough to do the job. We will see. Oh no, I'm getting sawdust in my tea. There we go, nice bit of wiggle room. I'm happy enough with that. Okay, well here I am in the van. All cut, ready to fit. It should fit nicely. I don't know if these lights are kind of blinding you, but it should fit nicely between this metal plate and this metal plate. To be honest, I didn't leave a lot of room to play with, so it's going to be tight, but it should fit. I am confident. Oh. No, it is just about a mil or two too big. Because I allegedly may suck with measuring tape, I need to chamfer these two edges so it'll fit in between those steel beams. I mean, I don't know, I'm guessing I was measuring uphill or something. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, as I don't own a table saw, it's a bit risky doing it with a jigsaw or a circular saw. A lot can go wrong, so I'm just going to sand it. It'll take a while, but it'll give me a good finish. Because my gorgeous girl, and I don't mean the Labrador, went and got me some 40 grit sandpaper. I made short work of this, and I've even put a groove in the middle to go over the raised bit of rail. I've also marked it dead center, so I can use my acro props to put it up on the roof where I want it, so I can mark the corners ready for drilling. I have a plan. The moment of truth. Go on.
Does it fit?
Oh, yes. Victory is at hand. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think I could do with making the chamfer a little bit bigger than the rest of it, but it fits.
There's a gap though, does that matter?
No, nothing we can do about that. It's just the shape of the roof. Yes. I'm very happy. After some more gratuitous sander remodeling, got a nice big chamfer, an increased one in the middle to go over the metal spar, and this dip here just to take up the, there's like a lump in the middle of the roof. I should take that up. So this should be a pretty good fit. I should be ready now to prop it up and mark it. Excellent. Here we go. Ta-da! It's actually a really good fit with those sanded down bits. So yeah, I'm ready to mark, drill. If I could just drill through the corners like that with the acro props holding it up.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes.
When we put it over this way,
No.
or would it not fit that way? I didn't realise we were putting it in the middle. I thought we were putting it over where the cooker was.
The middle makes sense, because think where the cooker is. Stick your arm out in front of you. A bit further towards me. Right, that's going to be more or less the end of the countertop.
Oh yeah, I suppose it's not far off then, is it?
Plus there's a shelf at the top near that end as well, which touches that plastic thing. So yeah, it's better to have it in the middle. Plus my thought is if I'm using the cooker, I can stand there on my head out of the skylight, so I can stand up straight.
Yeah, mind you, if you look at me, I have to bend my head a bit, but I'm not as bad as you because I'm only 4'9".
Yeah, I've literally got to hunch over like Quasimodo to stand up in here. Right, it's a new day. Unfortunately, it started getting a bit dark by the time we finished messing about with this wood. Believe it or not, just getting this right swallowed up about 3 hours. It's always the same with these projects. They take way longer than you expect. So anyway, stuck a bit of masking tape in the corners so I can, and marked it so I can pilot drill. Let me take these off. Alright, first hole in the roof. There's no going back now. I think I'll drill right in the corner because I want the hole to be slightly bigger anyway. So I'll drill right in the corner and then go through with an 8. Oh. And that's it, there's no going back. Watch your eyes, Gary. I'm wearing approved PPE, aka sunglasses. There we go, that's my markers. I had originally decided that I was gonna call it quits for the day because the weather turned. It started to rain and sleet and snow and fire and brimstone, but I think I'm going to chance it. There is some blue in the horizon, so I'm going to take the chance. All right, that's it cleaned off. The next task is to line this up, mark the roof where I'm cutting it, and then go around it in masking tape. Right, now we're ready to drill and cut properly. Kerry has used the box that the Skylight came in, taped it into a box and cut one side off, and used it to catch all the swarf with the acropops. And she taped up the sides as well to make sure we don't get any stragglers. Genius! Right, now we're just going to mask it all up. After struggling from the sides, I've decided the best way for me to do this is to get up on the roof. Now, some of you who are a bit more astute
and are a bit more observant than the average Joe might have noticed I'm not exactly athletic. Basically, I have the wet displacement for World War II battleship, and I was a little concerned that the roof would hold me. But I'm up, and the van hasn't made any noises like my talking scales do when I get on them, so I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'll do for now. Oh. Ow. Right, I can't really be asked getting the Hoover down here. Plus the weather's not great, so I'm just using this little magnet on a stick to pick up all the swarf. I might have mentioned it in a previous video, but leaving any metal swarf on your van is a bad idea. Basically it rusts, forms these horrible brown stains, and it actually eats through the paint and will promote full body rust. So yeah, always make sure you remove all this. You know, I was for a second worried about scratching this middle bit here doing this, and I realised I'm cutting it out anyway. So yeah, I'll probably get the Hoover and give it a quick once over when I'm done, but for now this is more than adequate. Now I'm ready to cut. Always check your battery before you start, kiddos. The blade's getting choked up with something. Not sure what. Dodo mat. It's getting choked up with dodo mat. I didn't even think of that. I'll do the last one from the other side, I think. I think I'm going to need to Hoover up here. Alright, quick deburr the edges. Oh, I cut my finger when I was up here. The alcohol stings. Oh, Christ. Okay, I'm going to be using my right hand for this. Bit more alcohol, please. There we go. It's looking quite clean. Here's Kerry painting all the edges for me. Yeah, we had a bit of a panic on because it did actually start raining.
What? Snow raining.
Oh, snow raining. So, yeah, not good. Made hoovering the roof a nightmare to get all the swarf off. Fortunately, it seems to be going back to blue skies for a little bit, so with a bit of luck, we'll actually get this done. Try and stop your head touching the...
Oh yeah, 29 bubbles.
Yeah, when you get paint on your bubbles. And nobody likes dirty bubbles. Tiny little bit here where the lacquer's gone on the paint. That's good. We should let that dry now. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have test fitted the sunroof before we painted it, but well, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll test fit it before we silicone it up. I'm now ready to dry fit the Skylight to make sure it actually fits. Make sure I've cut the hole all right. Ta-da! Beautiful. Alright, it'd be nice if I could take this off. That's going to be quite tricky to get to.
Yeah, I think he used pliers.
Yeah, you need needle those pliers really. Right, there is a bit of a trick with these if you need to take them off in a hurry and you don't have a set of needle nose pliers handy. Alright, if you need to take these out, these little pins, and you're struggling to get a needle nose pliers, you get these on some boiler doors. So I found a trick over the years. So you can get your finger into them, you can push it to one side, then push down. It closes the gap and you can push it through. You can see there, I'm betting I can push it in, put my finger flat in it and then push it through. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Done.
There we go. Oh, I just realised there's actually a couple of tracks to get this out. Wish I'd noticed that. Okay. So I'd rather put on too much than too little. I don't really care what it looks like on the roof. So nice generous bead of silicone or Sikaflex 522. Alright, and an extra divot in the middle here because there is a gap to fill in the indentation in the middle of the roof. Same here. Okay, we are now ready to fit it. I know it's not the prettiest job, but I'm not too worried about that.
Watertight.
Yes. And chance you can go grab me the silicone gun, Kerry. Very happy with that. Turned out all right. Yeah, it's in. I got to be honest, it's the first time I've ever stood up in my van without feeling uncomfortable. From my perspective, I kind of feel like I'm in a tank. A 80mm rifled barrel.
You look really weird with your head sticking out of there. You look so...
Yeah, I feel like I should be operating a turret.
You just look so bizarre.
Yeah, kind of cool.
I just thought, you said about sticking your head out there while you cook. How are you going to see the cooker? You didn't think that ahead, did you?
Baby steps. Baby steps. Okay, I've got about an hour to cure. I'm running out of daylight now, so I'm going to put the hatch back on. Now do the rest from the inside. Oh, for f***ing sake. Come on, hell. Good Lord. Finally. Good Lord. Done. I had to do some tidying up from the inside. It's not my faffing about trying to get the pins back in. I got a bit of Sikaflex on the inside of the Skylight, but yeah, done. Well, as you can probably see behind me, that's another job completed. The Heki Mini S Rooflight is installed. Like every job with this van, it wasn't without its dramas. Finished just in time as well because the moon is out. So yeah, here we go. One Rooflight. As always, if you found this useful or entertaining or any of the above, please feel free to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It really does help me making more content.